Da-da-da-da-da. Let's eat. Da-da-da-da-da. Let's eat. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Let's eat.
We are here today at Chili Head Barbecue Company with Paul, who is the owner. And Chili Head is located on Route 106 in West Bridgewater. It's actually right off the highway, very easy to get to. Thanks for joining us today, Paul. As you can see, we've been given some refreshments. And why don't you sort of fill us in maybe a little bit of the history of the company and how long you've been here and a little bit of background.
Chili Head started about 8 years ago as a catering company. We had one part of the building, and it was a takeout restaurant. We have expanded 3 times since that period. We became a full restaurant, Blues Club. The history of the restaurant was I used to do barbecue at home. I used to be a chef at a big hotel company.
Locally or?
All international.
International.
Internationally. And my friends, every time I came home, I would do barbecue for them because I'm from the South. And they said, why don't you open a place? And with the economy changing and me traveling and having kids, we decided to do a barbecue restaurant. And from day one, it just took off. And we kept on expanding, and now it is something that is people come to forget about the outside world. The inside, the interior, the food that we do, the music that we play, it's all about forgetting what's out there and coming into a different place
to escape.
Exactly.
Yeah, and you mentioned music. You have live music?
We have live music on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And Sunday's the only day that we don't have music.
And are you not open Monday, Tuesday?
We're closed Monday and Tuesdays. Yep.
Okay, good to know. And what are your specialties? What is the restaurant really known for? What are the favorites, the fan favorites?
The fan favorite are definitely the ribs. We have 3 styles of ribs. We have a St. Louis rib, a Carolina rib, and a spare rib. All dry rub. And then the chicken wings are huge here. And our specials, because the staff, every week we sit down, all the cooks in the kitchen, and we sit down and we're very creative of coming up with specials. We never run the same special, and you never know what you're going to get. The seafood, since we're so close to the seafood market, I'm able to go down on Thursday or Friday, pick out what I want, and then it's shipped up to me.
Wow.
So it's not just a barbecue restaurant, we also have seafood here too.
Yeah, and we're also very close to a lot of farmland, so I would assume in the summertime you probably get a lot of your produce locally grown and fruits, vegetables.
We do, and the farmers come to the back door, they call me up in the morning, I tell them what I want, they pick it, and you literally can feel the tomatoes being warm because the sun's been sitting on them all day. So that smell and the corn and the apples, it's a great place to own a restaurant.
Great. And why did you choose this area? This is sort of not quite the area that you would expect a barbecue restaurant to be in. So what brought you to the Bridgewater area?
I think with barbecue, no matter where it is, people will come. You have diehards. People want to go out. They want to feel like they're going someplace. And yeah, we're in the middle of nowhere. And but when they get here, they realize, wow, there's this great restaurant that does great blues and great barbecue. And down south, you usually drive 45 minutes to an hour to a barbecue restaurant. So to drive 15 or 20 minutes, it's the right place for it.
And you walk in and definitely the atmosphere sort of takes you to another place. I mean, there's beautiful murals on the walls, and there's artwork, and there's statues, and just sort of all sorts of stuff on the walls that really helps the atmosphere, lets you know where you are.
Well, we have a few rules that we don't allow. We don't allow ties here. If you wear a tie, we cut it off. We don't allow cell phones in the restaurant. And the third rule, you're just going to have to come out and check it out.
That's the rule? You have to check it out for yourself?
Yeah, you have to check it out for yourself.
Try it out and see if anything happens to you?
That's right. That's right.
And then obviously in a place like this, it's, you know, the staff is probably a huge part of
the staff is the biggest asset to the restaurant. I could not run this restaurant without them. They are definitely the characters of this restaurant. And each one is definitely make themselves a character of the restaurant. So, you know, they definitely work with the tables. They let you know when the food comes out. Food is not served on plates here. They're served in garbage can lids. So
nice.
Food can be served in a dog bowl. You never know what you're going to get with my staff. And it's all about the eating experience and the experience of having a good time with your friends. Drinking big margaritas that are made fresh with wine.
Delicious big margaritas.
Yes, and everything is done here. You know, we're not a corporation. We're a home school barbecue company.
And you had mentioned everything is rubbed, hand rubbed, so you create all of those rubs yourself. They're all in-house. Everything is made fresh, smoked fresh. And we're going to head back to the kitchen in a little while to sort of see that for ourselves, but if you could just maybe fill us in on how that process works.
Well, I think, with the ribs, what we do is we get our ribs and then we cut them. And after we cut them, we take them and we put a dry rub on them. And that rub is, we call it a dark rub, and we rub those. They go into the walk-in overnight for between 12 and 18 hours. The next morning, they're smoked. Pulled pork, same way. We rub the pulled pork, it sits in the walk-in, then it goes into a smoker. For 14 and a half hours later, you come up with this amazing product that's smoked with apple, hickory, pecan wood. And it's just an amazing way of cooking. Barbecue is slow, and that's what about coming in here. The service is not quick. We want you to relax. We want you to listen to the music. We want you to. It's about being relaxed in an atmosphere and not rushed. And that's about the food and about the atmosphere here.
Right. And you can see the process that goes into, from what you say, the process that goes into making that food. I mean, 18 hours for something to cook. Obviously, the customers are not waiting 18 hours. It's just a process by which it cooks to its perfection.
Right, and that's everything. Everything that we do takes a long time. We don't want to rush it. And just like your experience here, we don't want to rush that experience. We want you to sit here. We want you to relax. We want you to feel like, wow, this is a really good place. I mean, even on Sunday, we made it easy for people to come in and you roll out of bed, you bring your kids in their pajamas. You have pajamas that you wear yourself,
Sunday,
and we call it
Chili
Pajama
Head.
Sunday, and that's what it's all about. The kids play games here, you can relax, we have eggs on the menu, we also have, barbecue, so burgers, stuff like that, where on a Sunday you just don't really want to cook.
Right.
You may want to go to church and then just relax, or you want to roll out of bed and just come here.
Go to lunch.
Yeah, and if you have little kids, getting them dressed in the morning is not an easy task.
Right, as you and I both know.
Exactly.
So now we're going to head back into the kitchen. Paul's going to take us on a little backstage tour, and we're going to check out what goes into getting the restaurant ready to open for the day. So why don't we go check it out?
The pork's smoked all night for 14 and a half hours. And Val, what she's going to do is shut down the smoker, pull the pork, we let it rest for a little bit, and then we pull it. Take the meat and we pull it apart.
Hand-pulled.
Hand-pulled, not in a machine,
Right.
hand-pulled, old school. All right? So she's going to do that right now, and she'll show you how, and then you guys can taste it.
Great. Taste it right out of the
Right
smoker?
out of the smoker, yep.
Wow. Look at that. So you said it was 14 hours it's been smoking in there?
14 and a half hours, yep.
Overnight. And that's standard every
night.
time? 14
Every
and a
night,
half,
yep.
set the timer and go home for the day?
Hi everyone, my name's Amanda. I'm here at Chili Head Barbecue Company in West Bridgewater, and this is our kitchen. Right now, Joe is changing the wood in the smoker. We're going to smoke some pork butts, and he's going to put in some apple hickory wood, which gives the pork a really great flavor. Now what you've just seen are our pork butts. They're rubbed with a nice dark rub and marinated again, and what they do is they smoke them for 14 hours. Smoking the meat for 14 hours, a nice slow cook, gives the meat a nice tender flavor. So you have great delicious pulled pork. You can find the pulled pork on our menu with the pulled pork sandwich and our cowboy and longhorn combos.
So she'll pull it, and the night before it's rubbed, about 12 hours before. And then what we do is we put it in here, and this is called bark. This is what we look for in competition, the darkness of the meat. And what she'll do is when she flips that over, it should just totally fall apart right on that sheet pan.
There it goes.
All right.
And then how many actual hunks of meat go into that smoker?
Every night we do about 80 during the week, and then on the weekends we're about 160 pounds at each time.
Pounds, okay.
Yeah. We go through roughly between 6,000 and 8,000 pounds a week of meat here.
Wow.
Depending on chicken, wings, ribs.
Combined.
Yep, combined.
All types.
Yep.
Good Lord.
And on Super Bowl Sunday, we went through about 5,400 pounds of chicken wings. And when the Pats play, we are double that.
I was going to say it must double or even triple.
Yeah.
Wow.
So this is the bark. This is what we want to look at. See the red? This is the red rub. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this like this. We're just going to break it with our hands, and we'll fall right apart.
Wow. There it is. Oh, for me?
For you.
All right. Oh, that's a big piece. Oh, so good. It's so tender. It's
Yeah,
like
no sauce, all right?
So it's all dry rubs.
All dry rub, and that's the whole thing about barbecue. You don't need sauce. Sauce is to enhance it, not to drown it. It's to enhance the product.
It's amazing.
So when it comes out of the
really
smoker, it's really good. So what she's going to do next is she'll take this, let this rest. Then what she'll do is she'll put the racks back in, add more wood. We use apple and hickory for the chicken wings. She'll put that into the smoker. That's going to cook for 4.5 hours in the smoker.
Wow.
Then that comes out. All right. These smokers work 24 hours a day, 6 days a week.
Ooh.
All right. In season, they're 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. There's 3 in here and a giant one out back.
Well, now we're outside, and this is
Bodacious. So in the summer, what we do is we kick her on. All right. She is. We shipped her up from Houston, Texas. We drove down and we got her. It was made for us, custom made for us. It can take 2 full pigs, 200 pounds each. It holds up to 74 chickens, whole chickens at 3 pounds each.
Wow.
It can hold up to 600 pounds of chicken wings. All right. On the top.
That is just mass amounts of food.
It
I
is
mean,
mass
when you
amounts
see
of
this
food.
this girl coming, you know that
Yeah.
something is happening. Something is going on somewhere where a lot of people are going to be eating well.
Right. So what happens is the stacks are Peterbilts, old Peterbilt trucks that we cut down, and they hold up the temperature. Everything that we do in here is done like we do down south. It's basically done slow and easy. Things do take longer in this smoker than in our computerized programming smokers. So it is the real deal here. We come to your house, we go to the backyard, a corporation. Everything is done out of here. All the sides that we do all our sides in the morning. All right. So the baked beans, the macaroni and cheese, the rice, everything is prepared here. All right?
On site.
On site, on property. There is 14 different sides that we have to prepare in the morning. All right, from in the summer collard greens to fresh carrots to
A lot of seasonal items, I
Right.
would think, too, in the summertime. There's
exactly
more options.
including like what he's doing right now is he's making all our onion rings are hand breaded. We make a beer batter. We do everything old school.
You can tell, and it actually adds to the sort of the ambiance of the restaurant, and you can see sort of the work that goes into making the food. I mean, you can taste the difference.
Yep. Even our hamburgers, what we do is we season our hamburgers and we use an 8-ounce hamburger and we season it and we come up with unbelievable freaky hamburgers. We're doing a burger. It's called our Ooey Gooey burger. It's an 8-ounce burger with fresh onion rings on it, with grilled cheese melted on top, and it stands about this high.
Wow. Look at the size of that burger.
This is an Ooey Gooey. What he's going to do is all the onion rings are homemade. All right, he'll cut the onions and then he breaded them, and then what he'll do is he'll put this Ooey Gooey cheese on top. All right, and then it's served with lettuce and tomatoes and onions, and you sit down and you eat it, and all the flavors. It's fat free too.
And then, oh yeah, and there's a burger under there.
There's an
buried
8-ounce
somewhere?
Black Angus burger that has been seasoned with our seasoning. Everything that we do has seasoning. Not spicy, but it has seasoning.
Right.
In the South, everything is done with season. The first seasoning is a Caribbean seasoning. There's 17 different seasonings in here, all right, that we came up with. What we use this for is for our Caribbean jerk chicken. The chicken wings are Caribbean. It's a dry rub chicken. So we take our wings, we deep fry them, that you saw that went in. Then what we do is we toss them in the seasoning, and then you eat them with the seasoning. Very flavorful, but all the seasoning is in this package right here is from the Caribbean. All right, so all the seasonings are in here. This is a chicken rub. It's a red rub, different flavors in it. We do not use a lot of sugar in any of our rubs, okay? So basically what we do, or a lot of salt. We're trying to, there's cayenne in here, there's paprika in here, there's salt, there's pepper, there's garlic. There's a ton of different seasonings in here. And the red just kind of flows with the chicken. It doesn't overpower it, but it gives it the color that you want it to become. The dry, we call this the dark rub, or we call it the rib rub. It's very light. If you touch it, and you can feel it.
I don't want to contaminate it.
Okay. You can see that it's really light and airy, all right? And when I say airy is, what we do is when they make this, they whip it into a vat. And the seasonings basically crumble and pop. So
It almost looks like beach sand. Like
does.
it's almost like really soft beach sand.
it really is. And then what we do is we put this on all, like any meat product, pork or beef. This goes with all the chicken, wings, anything like that. And the Caribbean is for chicken, pork, whatever we want to rub with, that we want to give that Caribbean flavor with. So the seasonings are very important for us.
And again, there's no sauce. Everything is a dry rub.
Yeah, there's sauce that you can add on the tables.
Right.
But we don't put any sauce on it.
More of like a dipping sauce.
Exactly, enhancing sauce.
Yeah, enhancing sauce. That's a good term.
We do a hamburger night called Wednesday night burger night, and every Wednesday I come up with 3 or 4 different wild hamburgers.
And you just get creative on a whim. And
My whole staff, they sit down, we have a meeting, and we go, okay, what are we doing for the specials every week? What are we going to do? So it's kind of a sit down with the people that work in the kitchen, and they come up with ideas, and so do I. So you never know what you're going to get.
Right.
You may get a French dish in a barbecue restaurant. You just never know.
Depends on what the staff's in the mood for.
That's right.
Now, you mentioned the staff quite a few times. Obviously, they're working really hard. Have they been with you for a while? Is this something that...
You know, I could not run this restaurant without them. They're the biggest facility that I have here.
Yeah.
They're my biggest asset. They do basically everything for us. They know all the recipes. They know how to rub everything. They're great, and I really don't have to worry about anything.
And if anybody were to come in as a new, as a new employee, would they go through some sort of training process?
Every person goes through training here.
Chili Head University or something?
It does. Believe it or not, there's a girl on the line right now that she is going to be a waitress and a bartender. All waitresses and bartenders that work on the floor have to do 5 shifts in the kitchen. They have to rub all the meat. They have to work the line. They have to understand. They have to make all the sauces. They have to do everything before they go out to a customer.
Right. That makes sense. I mean, you want them to know what they're talking about.
The people that are in the kitchen have to go out there. So they understand each other's jobs.
Yes.
So they understand what they do and how they do it.
That's great.
You know.
Yep. In this business, that's a good thing to have.
Right.
So it looks like he's pulling.
What he's doing is he's taking the meat right now. These are our ribs. He'll hold one up for you. He'll hold one up real quick, MJ. Turn it around. So that's how it looks. Then it comes up. Then it goes in there, and then that will hold it for a couple hours. When he gets an order, he'll take it out of that smoker and cut it right there.
Cut it right there.
One of the things about being in this area, in the Bridgewater area, that we love about being in the summer is we have farms all around us.
Yeah.
So all our produce is I buy locally.
That's great.
So they'll call me up in the morning if I need 40 pounds of tomatoes. They call me. An hour later, they're literally just picked off the vine. Cucumbers, zucchini, yellow squash, lettuce, everything. Corn is right here. So I know all the farmers, including the apples. When apple season comes, I'll go and get fresh apples right off. So they go and they pick them for us. So it's awesome. It's an amazing process.
Yes.
So we're
That's a
using
great way
everything
to
fresh.
keep everything local.
Yeah.
To support all the local businesses.
Right, and then the cheeses that we do, we try to buy Vermont goat cheese if we're doing a burger with goat cheese on it, stuff like that. So that's all local too. It's really important for us. Food is definitely an avenue that, we want to make sure that people, so different barbecue in this area, that we want to make sure that their experiences are true, just like down south.
Right.
We're very much a dinner house here.
Okay.
With the live music and everything else. That's what people want to come out. And they want to get away. That's the whole concept of the restaurant.
Yeah, and you did say you have live music every night but Sunday.
Every night except for Sunday.
And is it usually just like an acoustic sort of thing?
No,
or
we
do
can
you
have
open mic?
We do open mic on Thursday nights. Yep, we always have a new person hosting it, and then on Wednesday we always bring somebody in, and then on Saturdays always blues.
Oh, nice.
It's my blues night. We have Shorty Billups, that is an amazing performer. He's in his 70s. He's been a drummer from Wilson Pickett. He's played with Elmore James.
The legend.
Yeah, he is a legend. He really is a legend, and he's been in 4 or 5 movies. We became friends over the years, and he plays here.
And he plays.
Yep, and then we have the Tokyo Tramps, literally from Japan, that were Berkeley students years ago, submerged themselves in blues. They play here once a month now. So we have some great musicians.
My name's Valerie from Chili Head Barbecue. I am the restaurant supervisor, and I'm the kitchen manager. Right now we're going to start the setup of the Chili Head Grande Jerk Chicken Burrito. So to do your Grande Burrito, you start off with 2 tortilla wraps. The tortilla wraps come in a bag. You just take them out. The regular size burrito has 1 wrap, and the Grande has 2. The normal fixins that we put in a burrito are sour cream, salsa. If you want, you can ask if you want to add guacamole. Some people want it, some people don't. And you put mixed cheese, It's mixed Monterey Jack cheese. And then you put tomatoes, chopped onions, lettuce. And we move down to this cutting board. Put your refried beans. Your Latin black beans. We call them Latin black beans because we put Northwest seasoning and salsa in it. And then your Zorro Spanish rice.
He's a good cook, but he's just living in a different world.
Then you put your jerk chicken. Jerk chicken is just boiled chicken, and we mix jerk seasoning, the jerk seasoning that we actually showed you on the table, and barbecue sauce to make jerk chicken. We pull it. Cover these to keep them warm. Open the burrito grill. You fold in your sides and just roll it. And as you're rolling it, you pull it towards the middle and pull it back to you to keep it nice and tight. That is your grande jerk chicken burrito. And then you put it on our burrito grill and pull it down. Then you do your setup. All burritos and quesadillas come with the same setup. They come with the tortilla chips on the bottom of the tray. And then a cup of salsa and sour cream. And now you gotta wait for it to toast. So now it's the top's toasted to perfection. Then you take the spatula, you take it and you put it on your setup. And it's all set to go. And that's your grande burrito.
All right, is it time to eat? Because I'm starving. I can't wait to try all of these amazing foods.
I think we can take care of that.
Okay,
Be one more
awesome.
second.
One more second. All right, one.
Here it comes.
One. Oh, look
Oh,
at that. That's timing.
That is timing.
Looks like we've got some sides and some fries and some ribs and some, wow, beans and wings and a giant burrito.
Is this enough food for you?
I don't know. I'm pretty hungry. Wow. Let's see. Squeeze that there, and then, we got it. This is quite a spread, Paul. This is a lot of food. Why don't you sort of go around the table and let the folks know what all of this amazing stuff is? If we had smell-o-vision, you guys would be able to just smell. I mean, it smells delicious.
All right, I guess right here is our grande burrito. It is 4.5 pounds of burrito, pure love. It has tons of stuff in it. These are our wings, different styles of wings. We have 4 sets of wings. A Caribbean, a honey mustard, a buffalo, and a tequila lime that we put out here. Wow. These are our Carolina ribs.
The size of those things.
These are basically, we call them the Flintstone ribs here. Basically, they're smoked for about 5 hours. Cornbread, pulled pork, onion rings, homemade onion rings, sweet potato fries with a Thai dressing.
I've already dug in.
Yep.
These are delicious. I've already dug in.
Chili with all types of sauces on the thing. We do a Texas chili. It's made with brisket. We have potato salad, coleslaw.
These are the sides, right?
Macaroni and cheese and baked beans that are smoked, and that should give us a good start.
Wow. Why don't you let us know, let the audience know where you are, where you're located, phone number, email, Facebook page, any sort of contact information you can share with the audience, and hopefully we can get some people down to your restaurant.
Excellent. We're located at 106 in West Bridgewater. Our phone number is 1-508-941-0707. Our website is www.chiliheadbbq.com. And we are on Facebook, where we tweet, we do all the technology stuff that I have no idea how to do. So my staff takes care of all that. So they'll take care, you can find us everywhere.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for letting us into your restaurant and showing us around. Let's eat.